Hey drivers, this is Andrew at Third Coast RC here in Houston, and today we're going to do a little introduction, a little review on this car. It's the new Axial AX-24, the 1/24 scale crawler with the four-wheel steering. So this thing looks really cool. This is the box it comes in. It's got a nice kind of like diorama in the back of the box, nicely packaged. Comes with a little hex key, axial stickers, a guide about connectors, and an instruction book with all the parts in there. This car comes in two colors. It comes in the black and green like we're looking at. It also comes in a bright orange color scheme as well. You can see it better there on the side. The one we've got going to show you today is the bright green one. So this thing is really small. It'll sit on the palm of your hand. And if you compare it to some other crawlers that we've got here, we've got the SCX-24 Gladiator, which is a big 24th scale, so it's a little bit smaller than that. We also got the Panda Hobbies with the portal axles. You know, this is quite a big 24th scale as well, so it's just a little bit smaller in that, but you can see the wheels are actually, you know, the wheels and tires that come on this truck out of the box are pretty good. We'll drive it on the little track here in a minute to show you how it performs. If we measure the weight of it, this little guy is 8 ounces, 8.1 ounces. So pretty light. That's with the battery in it. It has the battery in it. Taking the body off, it's held on by Velcro, so the first few times you do it, just be careful peeling it off. It has a Velcro pad at the front, a Velcro pad at the rear. The little body comes off. I'm sure there'll be other bodies being produced either by Axial or in the aftermarket shortly. So this is the truck. Comes with a combined ESC and receiver. Of course, being four-wheel steer, we've got the micro servos, the AS1s front and rear. The battery sits in a little slot here just beneath the ESC. You actually pull this little clip, then you can lift this up and you can see the battery is inside there. Slides out for you to go and charge it. There's actually a dynamite battery, and we also got the remote over here that I'm going to show you. Pull this little clip back in here. Don't have my eyes on yet this morning. There we go. Here we go. We got the remote. It's the SLT3 remote, the Spectrum remote. Takes 4 batteries, but these come with it, right? Mm-hmm. So it comes fully ready to run with the charger and everything. Comes with a little USB charger that you plug into like a USB phone block, and charges the battery in about 40 minutes. So you can see the flex on this truck is pretty, it has a good amount of flex. It will go pretty close, not quite to 90 degrees, but it's probably like 75 or 80 there on the amount of flex, and of course it does that in the front and the rear. It has these shocks that are slightly laid down that seem to perform really well on the track. I see people talking about upgrades for these already. Axial are just about to drop a whole load of brass parts. We're waiting for them to come in to lower the center of gravity on these guys. So if you're in the market for something different in the 24th scale crawler, of course it's not super scale like the Gladiator or the Panda Hobbies, but it is. Out of the box, this thing is super smooth and it performs really well on our track over here that some cars struggle to get around. You'll see that this one doesn't challenge it too much. A little bit of tricky sometimes to tell which is the front and the rear. Just looking at it, the rear has a little cross piece in it here, and the front doesn't. That's the main way I've been able to spot the difference. With it being four-wheel steer, of course, it's a bit tricky to spot. So the body, just get it on the Velcro pads and just give a little tap down. The on-off switch, I'm going to turn the radio on first, of course. The on-off switch is on the right hand side up high, a little slider switch. Sorry, it's on the left hand side up high. And I'll show you a few of the little features of this car. So here it is. This is normal steering mode when you first turn it on. You can see it's got underlighting on it, stock from the factory, which is a real cool touch. And then we've got the little thumb switch here. You go down on the thumb switch and you've got the four-wheel steer. So that gives you a real tight turn radius. And then if you go back up, go back to front and then go up again, then you get the crab walk. Doesn't look like this has the rear wheel steer only, but it's all operated by this little thumb switch on the remote here. So let's go throw this guy on the track and see how it performs. We'll just walk over here. We have our little crawler track here. That is, you can see the underlighting kind of lighting up here. So go real scale here. We'll take the little hill here that some cars struggle with. This one goes straight over it. Keep on going. You can see the suspension flexing and moving here, but no rollover. And it is just, now I've gone into four-wheel steer mode so I can get a little bit tighter turn here. And we tipped it over there. So let's go again. Right up the middle this time. It's because it grabbed the edge of the track there. Over the top. I'm still in the four-wheel tight steer mode. Full braking, of course, on these. It's not going to run away from you coming down the hill. Super cool. No problem really getting around the little track. This bit here is obviously sometimes a real challenge for some of the other crawlers. The V1 Panda Hobby won't get up here. We're about to get the V2s in, so we'll check those out with a lot of improvements on those guys. There it goes. It's pretty steep there, over 45 degrees. It's going to need to walk the wall a little bit to get around this corner. And we're going to make it, now the other wheel's going up, we'll just see if we can get it to come back down. Super. And we tipped it. There we go. So, but this thing has got a lot of grip, a lot of maneuverability, and this course is not too much of a challenge for it. One more time around the top. I'll come out of the, now I've just got back to, I've just gone to front wheel only steer. Slow down the hill. You can see how much suspension movement it's got by the body just rocking around a bit, but the performance is awesome. You can go pretty much as slow as you want to go. So it is a pretty cool little crawler. These go for $160 out the door here at Third Coast RC. So a nice little crawler if you're looking for something new, something a little bit different. We've had four-wheel steer crawlers before, but they've not been like these. We had the Red Cat ones quite a long time ago, but this one is running slightly different. It doesn't have the rear wheel steer only, but apart from that, these things are awesome. I'm seeing great reviews online about them. We're getting a lot of hop-ups. It uses quite a few parts from the stock AX-24 line as well, though quite a few of the parts are unique to this vehicle, but still, everything seems available, and they perform really well. So stop by here or stop by your local hobby shop, check one out. For $160, build yourself a little track like this indoors, rainy day like we got here today in Houston. Have a lot of fun. We'll see you next time, guys. Thank you. Bye.